Tennessee Titans fans, with every passing week, there are new rumors about the possibility of who the next head coach could be of the Tennessee Titans, and we've got a dandy today. Just check out this report from Bussin' with the Boys. Potential news for Titans fans. One industry source said there was at least a modicum of interest in Lane Kiffin among decision makers with the Tennessee Titans. Bruce Feldman reporting, could you see Lane Kiffin as the next head coach of the Titans? Let's dig into this, shall we? Because there was a report weeks ago that Steve Sarkisian, the current head coach of Texas, that there might be some interest in him as the next head coach of Tennessee Titans, and I did a video about that. And in that video, I said I might be more interested in Lane Kiffin than Steve Sarkisian, because at least Lane Kiffin could be fun. At least Lane Kiffin would bring some culture and some life. There are pros and cons to the idea of Lane Kiffin as the next head coach of Tennessee Titans. He is a polarizing figure, and he would get some attention. Okay, for a culture and an organization right now that is lifeless and no fun at all, and the in-game experience is lame, and everything is just, it's tough to watch, and it's awful. Lane Kiffin and the type of personality he brings would definitely bring some life, would definitely bring some culture. He's a polarizing figure for sure. He would definitely bring some intrigue. That's for sure. And I think he's a good coach. I think he's a player's coach. I think he is a coach that players would gravitate toward and buy into, and that's a good thing. The biggest con to me about this idea, like I said, Lane Kiffin is a polarizing figure, and he has a history, a reputation of kind of flying off the handle and making some immature decisions. Obviously, his time with the Raiders, he has some NFL experience with the Raiders. A season and like 4 games, and it didn't end well. There was a lot of stuff, conduct detrimental to the Raiders organization. Then he went to coach the Tennessee Volunteers. I know there are a lot of Tennessee Titans fans who are also Tennessee Volunteer fans. He coached Tennessee Volunteers, and that didn't end well. I mean, there was a lot of drama there. I mean, the Volunteer fans and students nearly burned the campus down because of the way he left there, and he has not been well received in Knoxville. He has a history of making some immature decisions and kind of being unstable. And that definitely gives me cause for concern, because the Titans need some stability. And I worry, is Lane Kiffin going to come in and just make things more chaotic? Is he the kind of guy that could bring life, or is he the kind of guy that could just bring more chaos to the already chaotic organization that is the Titans? I also think that you have to account for the fact that everything, to me, seemed to change for Lane Kiffin when he went and coached at Alabama under Nick Saban. I think that's when he really grew up, and I think he's proven that he's grown and he's matured, and as the coach of Ole Miss, he's done a heck of a lot more winning than losing, and he's done a good job there. But I'm not sure his offense would translate to the NFL. I'm not sure that his offense would translate, or that his coaching style would translate. I don't know. But at the end of the day, this just does not seem like the type of move the Titans would make right now. Like, I can see why people would be intrigued by it, because it would definitely be intriguing. But I just don't know if that's the move the Titans need to make. I've talked about this, and we will continue to talk about this as the coaching search intensifies, but the Titans need somebody with experience. They need stability. They need experience. They need a leader. They need somebody that they can trust to come in here and develop Cam Ward and get this ship headed in the right direction, because it's headed in the wrong direction right now, and has been, especially for the last few years. You need somebody who can get it going the right way. Is Lane Kiffin, like, taking a shot on a college football coach, especially a personality like Lane Kiffin, that just does not seem like something that Mike Borgonzi or Chad Brinker would be interested in doing right now. I mean, Mike Borgonzi especially seems to have like a good grasp on what needs to happen next. And I just find it hard to believe that he would sit there and be like, we need to go get Lane Kiffin. Or any college coach for that matter. Insert Sarkisian or anybody. I don't see how that's the solution in their mind. Like I said, they need stability, they need experience, they need leadership. And I just don't know that Lane Kiffin is the guy to do that. You know, you need a more proven commodity in the NFL. And so I don't doubt that this reporter that said this was telling the truth, that they had heard it, but it just feels like something that was probably thrown out in a meeting. Like, well, you know, there's always Lane Kiffin, and then that just snowballed and eventually got to a reporter. I just don't believe, like, names like Mike McCarthy, and yes, names like Matt Nagy and Arthur Smith, people that are coordinators in the NFL and have been they've been coaching in the NFL for years. There's a coordinator, as a former head coach somewhere. Those names just make a heck of a lot more sense for the Titans than Lane Kiffin or Steve Sarkisian. That's kind of where I'm at with it. So let me know what you think. Is this an idea that intrigues you at all? Do you think that this report holds any weight to it whatsoever? Let me know. Tighten up. Bye.
I know what it's like when you're chasing temporary highs, and they never satisfy, and you're breathing but not feeling alive. But when he called me to live, he gave me something nothing else could give. He told me that I'm his, and it's insane, I can't explain how it feels. But just to know that he's faithful and he's in control, he's holding my hand and he ain't letting go. Just to say every day that I'm walking with Jesus, what a feeling, can't beat it. I'm glad he took my past, picked it up and threw it in the trash. So tell the devil that's around, 'cause I'm changed so I ain't going back. And just to know that he's faithful and he's in control, he's holding my hand and he ain't letting go. Just to say every day that I'm walking with Jesus, what a feeling, can't beat it, can't beat it, knowing every enemy has been defeated. How could I not believe it? Can't you see it? I'm free and he's a reason. He gave me everything I needed, and just to know that he's faithful and he's in control, he's holding my hand and he ain't let it go. And just to say every day that I'm walking with Jesus, man, what a feeling. You know you can't beat it. vida.